time with this week's newsletter for February 6th. Doug, I want to go right straight to what's going on here in Arizona. We have had another poaching incident, which seems to be ongoing here in Arizona.
Right.
What do we know about that thus far?
Let's see, where are we here? There it is. There's the deer poaching itself took place up in Management Unit 24B. The person who did this, and that's what we're looking for, took only the deer's tenderloins and left the carcass. That's all he took.
Yeah.
There is a reward out of $1,500 leading to the arrest, and you can go to the Arizona Game and Fish Department's OGT website, and if you know anything about it, let us know. Let them know, I should say.
Yeah, this is Unit 24B. If you're here in Arizona, that's out by Superstition Mountains.
Right.
And that's a highly populated, dense population area up to the edge of the preserve. However, I'm thinking somebody knows something. Somebody saw something. And if you have, please get a hold of, like Doug said, Operation Game Thief. You can go right straight to AZGFD or azgfd.gov and access that. And my guess is at this point, ADA is going to offer up another handful of dollars as well as Don McDowell Outdoors. This has got to stop. This is a very populated and
Yeah,
well trafficked
I
area.
agree.
It's off of Hewitt Canyon Road. That's Forest Road FR 172. So somebody knows something. Somebody's seen somebody back in there. I mean, it's not an isolated
Sure.
incident. They think it was in the early morning hours, of course. So there was a vehicle and a spotlight involved, and
Hmm.
we call that wanton waste. So shame on them. Help us catch them. Help us
Right.
catch them, please.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. What else? You got a
Okay.
lot. You got a lot of good stuff there. Another one, Doug, that caught my eye was the gentleman that dominated the crappie fishing tournament. How fun was that? What a great story.
Yeah, no, I agree. This is kind of interesting. This guy just made $10,000 using a fly rod at like a cane pole.
Nice.
No reel involved, and they were in a small John boat. I think it was a 13-footer, and netted 13.83 pounds to win this tournament. So
That's a whole
cool for
bunch of
him.
crappies.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, I agree. One of the things that I like to review a little bit. Sometimes I do a thing called Around the Nation on the website, just picking up things off of Game and Fish websites. Kind of interesting. What caught my eye is up in Pennsylvania, they hit a record bear harvest of 30,659 kills.
Damn, that's a lot of
That's
bears.
That's a lot of bears. You got that right. And interestingly enough, also the Forest Service has announced their grazing fees. And you and I were talking this past week about this land confiscation down in Arizona, and we're talking about these uh, cattle ranchers that use state and/or federal lands for grazing. Well, their grazing fees, the federal grazing fees, are going to remain the same at a $1.35 per head per month. So, no big news there, but by the same token, but most people don't know what it costs a rancher to do this.
Yeah,
So,
that's pretty interesting. Yeah, we
yeah,
will probably have something to say. You can catch the blog on what's going on here in Arizona. As a point of interest, it needs to stop, but we'll follow that up on YouTube after we get done here with the newsletter. So, moving ahead,
okay,
back to Pennsylvania. That 3,700 bears. Wow, that is a
yeah,
huge harvest.
yeah, that is. Those are black bears, of course, back in Pennsylvania. Interesting stuff, I run across. In the newsletter this week, also, on the radio show, we were talking a lot about power baits. And there's an article out there, the best catfish bait for flatheads, channels, etc. And power bait comes up into that list as the best overall bait for fishing for catfish.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I put a little thing out there about, Alaska. Every once in a while, I like to do that because their website is very difficult to read. There's so much information on that website. But every once in a while, I'll find something I think is really kind of interesting to people that are going up there, if they can get up there. Also in the newsletter, there's the top 4 winter fishing baits for ice fishing. I know things like a vertical jigging, blade bait, jigging spoons, a dart minnow. What people use, I know for my particular interest, the few times I did go ice fishing, we just used live bait. We didn't have these kind of this technology back then. Yeah.
Wow.
So we got also some information about the 8 great shotguns that you've never heard of.
Yeah.
The only comment I'll make there is that most of these shotguns come out of Italy now. They're extremely well made and very expensive to boot. So it's interesting. You can go look at them. Let's see. In Colorado, now this is kind of unique. Colorado, there were bear cubs orphaned in a suspected poaching case that they released back into the wild. They had them captured in a cage. I guess they were feeding them there, et cetera. But the only way these little cubs are going to survive is if they get out into the wild and some other mama bear picks them up. I don't know. That's kind of the way that story went. But right now they were in the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to digress and go back to the bear harvest in Pennsylvania of almost 3,700 bears. Likewise, in Arizona, I don't have the number for 2021, but in 2020 there were 354 bears taken by hunters. There were some other bear fatalities, depredation, and other causes, but that's just the a quick comparison on what the difference is. So, I stand on it. 3,700 bears. Damn, that's a lot of bears.
That's a lot of bears.
Yeah.
And of course, Pennsylvania, although it's probably one of the better states for black bear hunting, they still are taken in some of the other states like Kentucky, Tennessee, Michigan.
Yeah.
So a lot of bears. And I'm always amazed also at the deer kills every year back in the east.
Yeah, on the highway, there's more deer taken on the highway with motor vehicles than there is by hunters. So you can do the math on that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's kind of the wrap up with what's in the newsletter this week. There is a final article, more of a understanding what's going on how a fish hatchery operates and its technology. I'm not going to go through it, but it was interesting information for those that don't know how it operates.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it, Don.
Well, one other thing I want to point out, quagga mussels have been detected for the first time in a Texas reservoir. So my point on bringing that up is that as a boater, whether you're a recreational skier, wakeboard boater, whatever the case is, angler, doesn't matter, even sailboats, clean, drain, and dry protocols, very, very important. We've got quagga mussels all over Arizona, and I'm surprised at this report. I'm just absolutely surprised.
Well, every once in a while I see those, Don. They're all over the country.
Well, they are. It's like Omicron. It's coming to a lake near you. So, but we can stop the spread. And do what we need to do. So, all right, good newsletter, Doug. Appreciate it. You guys sign up for the newsletter at huntingfishing.com and see what's going on around the nation, and certainly what's going on here in Arizona that we can keep track